hello, this is Billy Core from the Nostalgia Mall, and in this week's video we're going to be doing Gateway 2000 number 3 from Knoxville for my recent trip. This one's the Gateway 2000 P5-60, housed in probably my favorite case design that Gateway 2000 ever had, because I'm a little bit biased. My aunt's Gateway has this same case, and that was the first computer I ever saw, so for a while I thought all computers looked like this Gateway right here. But what also makes this computer unique is that this is my first experience with a first-gen Pentium. This is a socket 4 Pentium, so that means we get to play with the FDiv bug. Anyway, what we have on the front, we have a combo floppy drive with a 3.5-inch floppy and a 5.25-inch floppy. And I really hope this drive works, because these are very rare and very cool. But unfortunately, they're also a bit unreliable. Also have a 250 meg tape drive, but I do not have any tapes to go with it. So that's a look at the front. So let's turn it around. By the way, I did test this Gateway 2000 a while ago. The 486 works great. Spoiler alert. Maybe next week's video. Really shouldn't be doing this with my shoulder the way it is, but... And by the way, I've already been inside this about a week ago, just to check and see what was in here. But we got PS2 keyboard and mouse, serial, parallel, got a sound card, a video card of some sort, and a modem. I forget what kind of sound card is in this, or video card really. But the one thing I do know about this computer is that it has one of the most infamous batteries amongst vintage computer enthusiasts. And I'd say the two most infamous batteries among vintage computer enthusiasts would be the Dallas clock chip and those leaking barrel batteries that destroy motherboards. And this has one of them. Thankfully not the barrel battery, but unfortunately we do have a Dallas clock chip. That's the bad news. But there is some good news, as I'll show momentarily, because we are definitely not out of the woods on this. I guess I probably ought to go handheld for this. Let's take a closer look at the inside. There's our modem, our video card. This is this has PCI on it, so this is very early for a PCI-based system. And when was this manufactured? March 25th, 1994. So it's an oldie but goodie. And we got a crystal sound card of some sort. It almost looks like one you'd find in a Packard Bell. Which, if that's the case, that might make things a little bit easier to find drivers, because I can just get it off a Packard Bell Master CD. And the CPU is actually dislodged a little bit, but I think I got it taken care of. Socket 4, again, this is my first experience with that. And you can see it's a bit dirty in here. I need to take care of that at a later time. And we got 2 hard drives in here. I don't know if both are original or if one was added at a later time. Both seem to be Western Digitals. We will plug power up to them and see what's installed on here. Power supply. One thing we do need to add is a CD-ROM drive. I think there was one in here at one point, but it was removed, hence the hole in the top there. There's our memory, unknown amount. We'll find out when we turn it on, assuming this turns on. And down in there is our Dallas clock chip. Oh, how I hate these things. But I said I had some good news about this. The good news is that it's not soldered into the motherboard. It's actually in a socket. Thank you so much, Gateway, for doing that. You have made my life a lot easier. Because that means I get to replace it with one of these Necroware doodads. I used one of these before in a 486 Gateway 2000 that we restored about a year ago. And it uses one of these tiny little coin cell batteries. And I'm not sure which direction this goes, but we will try to do this on camera if possible. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that in there first thing, because when these Dallas clock chips go out, it usually makes it pretty difficult to use the computer to boot into anything, so let's get that taken care of now. Okay, so hopefully this will look okay on camera. We'll go ahead and take this old one out. I mean, there is the possibility it could still work, but more than likely it's not. So what I'm going to do to make sure I get the pins in the right spot is I'm going to take the new one right here and match it up. Turn this around. Okay, I believe it will go in like so. Oh, I'm so glad this has a socket. Probably should do this with the computer facing down on the table. But that would make my life too easy. And do I deserve that? I don't know. Okay. Kind of hard to tell if it's in there, but I think that will probably do the trick. So, next thing I want to do is I want to plug these hard drives back up that are disconnected. So I want to see what we have installed on here. Okay, I'm thinking this bottom drive right here is the original because it has the date code sticker on it, and I don't think this one does. Okay, this is always the most nerve-wracking part of getting a new vintage computer. Will it power on? Will it post? There's only one way to find out, folks. Here we go. I hear them hard drives spinning up, at least. Okay, we got a VGA signal. Okay, I recognize this BIOS. Okay, that was a peculiar noise. Maybe it's the tape drive. Looks like we got 24 megs of memory in here. That's a good size. I can live with that. CMOS system set options not set. So we will take care of that. Yeah, this looks like the same BIOS as my P5-90 socket 5, but same BIOS at least. Okay, it thinks it's 2080. Hope that means the Dallas clock chip replacement is working. Let's see, today is February Okay, how do I... February the 26th. I gotta do it like this. 26, 2024. Or, well, I have to do it like this. Go back in time to a much more reasonable date. Will I still be living in 2080? Who knows? But at least I know this computer will be okay with the date when that time comes. And the time is almost exactly 7 p.m. Wish I could manually type all this in. Okay, good enough. Looks like it picked up both of the hard drives. Looks like we got a 516 meg and a 1.2 gig. I have a feeling the 516 is the original, which would make sense since it sees it as drive C. Okay, anything else we need to take a look at in here? We'll turn on DMA mode. Standard. Peripheral management. Onboard floppy drive. We need that. Onboard IDE drive. We'll keep that stuff disabled for now. And we'll write to the CMOS. Hopefully it will save it. And we'll see if we can boot into whatever OS is on the hard drive. Fingers crossed that the Dallas clock chip replacement is working. If it's not, it probably needs to be reseated at the very least. Some very loud hard drives. Alright, looks like it saved the settings. Booting into MS-DOS. Okay, it's not going to see any CD-ROM drive because that doesn't exist at the moment. Oh good, it's got my utilities. So let's boot into Windows, assuming that's on here. Yep, Windows for Workgroups 3.11. Classic. Can't say that's the nicest wallpaper I've ever seen. Okay, we didn't get a startup chime. The speakers up a little bit. I'm trying not to move the tripod. Okay, looks like the mouse cursor is set. Okay, my camera stopped recording for a little bit because of a Amber Alert, but I'm back now. Didn't really miss much on here. I think I figured out what's causing the sound not to work. Wave and FM has been turned all the way down. And we will turn that back up. And we'll do a quick test. There we go. That's much better. So, does MIDI work on here, I wonder? I'm trying to find my way around this program manager. Okay, accessories. Where are you, accessories? Go. Load up the classic canyon.mid. Whoa. Trippy. It sounds like it's working. Okay, now we need to do an important test. Let's go to our file manager. We need to test the floppy drive. Now I think I forgot to configure the 5¼ drive in the BIOS, but looks like the 3.5 inches showing up has the A drive. So just got a random disk here. Fingers crossed that it works, because I really want this to. And it does, yes! So what I need to do now is see if I can configure the 5¼ drive. But before we do that, let's just take a look and see what's installed on here from the original owner. Pro 1 CD, grammar and math. Working directory is invalid. Gateway 2000 audio utilities, that's just the mixer controls we saw a while ago. Mayo Clinic Family Health, have a lot of Packard bells that came with that. Fidelity Investments, a bunch of money mumbo jumbo. PhotoWorks version 2.0, 2.20 I mean. We'll scan your photos, $3.95. This looks like a primitive photo editor and album maker. Pro CD, a Pro phone for Windows and free sale. Microsoft Office looks like version 4.x with Word 6.0. Always a classic. Whoa! I have never seen that many toolbars on this version of Office. So Office, Walnut Creek CD-ROM. Don't know what that is. Oracle 7. Nothing I've ever used. Distant Suns. Oh, some kind of game, I think. Open event. Okay, 1989 FC animation, Halley's Comet. We'll do it, Amy's Comet. Okay, it shows the track of Halley's Comet in 1986, it looks like. That's kind of interesting. Something tells me this computer was probably used in a school of some sorts, along with that 486 next to it. That's pretty cool. Get out of that. Where were we? Home. This might be some kind of desktop publishing software. Planix Home. Oh, this is one of those home building things that was everywhere back in the day. At least I think it is. Let's take a look at that sometime. Oh, PC Magazine, I remember that. I don't have the CD for it. Don't even have a CD-ROM drive at the moment. Acrobat 2.0. ComWorks, complete with ComWorks and CompuServe, it looks like, and AOL 2.5. AOL 2.5 was the first AOL I ever used, and it was my introduction to the internet, but it looks like that's not going to work today. It's missing some DLLs or two. Well, hard drive's really going at it. I gotta say, so far, I'm really enjoying this computer. Okay, what is it doing? Whoa, whoa, okay. Almost fell backwards there. Yes, I want to close it. I don't even have a landline here. Kiplinger's Simply Money. Kind of an off-brand Microsoft Money, if I had to guess. CD reference, including Encarta 94, Cinemania 94, Multimedia Encyclopedia of Knowledge, and the Bodywork CD-ROM. I've heard of that, I think, but again, we don't have a CD-ROM drive, or I don't even have the CD for it. Quattro Pro, 7th level with nothing in it. Kaplan GMAT, some kind of database software it looks like. Some Oracle help files, Microsoft tools, typical stuff. Google Network stuff. Visual Basic 3, something I've never known how to use. Old PC, just a DOS thing that says main menu. Expert Software, Expert Astronomer, Home Design 3D. I've always wanted to try some of those old home design programs from the 90s, so we might have to do that sometime, probably on here. Standard Windows accessories, MathSoft. Further drives in the point that I think this was probably used in a school. Okay, Corel Quick Tour, including Tripmaker 1996. From Rand McNally. Okay, can we do this without the CD, I wonder? Let's just zoom into North Carolina. And zoom into the Greensboro area, of course. And you probably know what I'm looking for. Yep, there's US 29, alright. I don't see everyone's favorite mall. Sheraton Hotel, Greensboro Golf Center. See, that's neat. Games, Math Workshop, along with some of the Microsoft games. Mavis Beacon. Carmen Sandiego. You know, that's one game I never really got into as a kid, was Carmen Sandiego games. Microsoft Kids, Creative Writer, I've used that before. And Microsoft Fine Artist, I don't know if I've ever used that one, though. Oracle ODBC, P5, whatever that is. It probably looks like it might need a modem. QuickTime, and Gateway 2000 stuff. P5-60 online. Okay, P5-60 online guide. Yeah, those are always fun to look at, but I'll look at that at a later time. We've got more important things to do. Oh yeah, probably need to check and see what kind of video card this is. So here's the main group. Control panel. Oh, I forgot we need Windows setup. Is that even in here? Yep. The Viper PCI. Doesn't really give me a whole lot of information there. A Viper PCI. I might have to pull the card out to get more information. So yeah, all kinds of neat little goodies on this computer, it looks like. And what version of DOS? 6.21. Don't see that one too much. And we got a decent size amount of conventional memory. But let's see if we can get this 5¼ drive going. I have to dig out my 5¼ floppy disk. They're in the office somewhere. Don't really use them much these days. There we go, that's our problem. Floppy drive B not installed. Presumably that's a 1.2 meg. Exit. And while it's rebooting, I'm going to go find a 5¼ disc. Okay, I dug this out from back when I had a Tandy 1000SX. Wish I still had it. This is the Apogee Adventure Fun Pack. So, I'm a little nervous, folks. Here we go. Switch to drive B. Data error reading drive B. Oh boy. Why do I have a feeling this drive is dead? Yeah, it's not even trying. I'm getting pretty much every error message conceivably possible for a floppy drive. Yeah, not a good sign. Oh, could try another disc. Let's give this Alley Cat disc a try. Here's cross, folks. Alright, we're getting a little further. Do a directory on here. Yes! So I think that disc must have just been the disc that was bad. Let's see if it'll load Alley Cat. It's sounding good. Yes! No joystick. Play as a kitten. I have a love-hate relationship with this game. But of course, like a lot of other Gateway 2000s, this has a very nice sounding and very beefy PC speaker. And I can't complain about that. There we go. Oh, good grief. Alright. Let's see if we can get that CD drive in here. Okay, let's get this CD-ROM in there. This is a Mitsumi drive. I've always thought these complemented gateways quite well. Let's get that disc out of there. It's already set to master. All I have to do is just slide it on in. It's a little newer than the computer. It's from March of 2000. That was the manufacture date. Now I've got to find some screws. These will do. Okay, my cat is trying to grab the camera. I apologize, folks. There we go. Alright, I'll do the other side off camera. Okay, we'll hook the cables up to it. First I'll do the CD audio cable, which I have to replace because the connectors don't match for this CD-ROM drive. It's zip tied with the power supply. That's kind of annoying. There we go. Get in right there. Alright, CD audio is in. Where's the IDE cable? Right here. So, squeeze it in there. And power. Oh, I don't know where that is. Here's one. This will reach. Nope. Okay, CD drive is installed. Looks a lot nicer with it. Let's go ahead and power it up. Okay, it blinked. I've not tested this drive, so may or may not work. I'll be doing this off camera, but I found a network card to put in there, a PCI one. So I can get it hooked up to my network. Yeah, I'm thinking that's the tape drive making those weird noises. Let's see if it picks up the drive. The drivers are already installed on here. Drive not ready. Not a good sign. No valid CD-ROM device driver selected. Yeah. This is probably going to need a little bit more troubleshooting, unfortunately. Okay, I've tried several things. I can't get it to work. Maybe it's the driver that's on the hard drive installation, so I'm booting from a Windows 98 boot disk to see if it picks it up. Hard to say yet. Alright, looks like this one picked it up, so I'm thinking it's probably just a weird driver that's installed in DOS on the hard drive. So, now we got this going, let's see if it will read a CD. And it does. Great. So we have a working CD-ROM drive. I'm not going to worry about the one on the current installation. I plan on putting a CF card in here and putting my own DOS and Windows 3.1 install on here, and maybe even Windows 95. But I am not going to delete the data off these hard drives. I want to preserve that. In fact, there's some files on here that I may want to actually copy over. Let's move this back over here. So yeah, I'm going to do the rest of the upgrades off camera, and we'll do an update video later once I have everything hooked up. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a very fun video to make. And until next time, this is Billy Core signing off. Thank you for visiting the Nostalgia Mall. If you liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook and X. You may also support me on Patreon if you'd like. Until next time, this is Billy Core, signing off.